Hey everyone and welcome. Before we even get started today, I actually want you to do something for me. Hold out your hands and just take a really close look at them. Seriously, go ahead, just stare at your palms for a second. I mean, we use them every single day, right? From the literal moment we wake up to the moment we go to sleep. But how much do we actually know about the hidden biology operating right there at our fingertips? Well, let's dive into it. Today's explainer is going to completely change the way you look at your own hands. We're unlocking the hidden biology of your hands, translating some absolutely fascinating medical and anatomical insights into a story of just pure biological genius. Section 1, Mystery of the Palm's Color. This is a brilliant biological puzzle sitting right in the palm of your hand. So look at your palms again and ponder this for a second. Why are they always pink, completely regardless of your overall skin color? Whether someone has a super fair or a very dark complexion, the palms of their hands, and actually the soles of their feet too, always maintain that exact same pinkish, lighter hue. It's this fascinating biological constant across all of humanity. Well, the biological culprit behind this color difference comes down to melanin. Now, melanin is a specific pigment that dictates the color of human skin, our hair, and even our eyes. On our hands, this pigment is definitely present on the upper layer of the skin, but it is entirely, almost mysteriously, absent from the deeper layers of the palm's skin. And because it's missing on that lower layer, the top and bottom colors of the hand appear totally different. But here's the real kicker. While scientists and medical professionals know exactly how this happens anatomically, the evolutionary why, like the real reason or benefit behind the specific lack of melanin in our palms, actually remains an unsolved puzzle in the scientific community. No one really knows for sure. Section 2, Daily Dangers to Hands. Moving on to just how incredibly vulnerable yet remarkably resilient our hands actually are. I mean, think about it. Your hands do the absolute most work out of any organ in your body because they're our primary tools for interacting with the world. They are constantly on the front lines. And that means they face a much, much higher volume of physical trauma and danger than any other part of us. The sheer volume of hazards they endure is staggering. They are constantly at risk of burns, being scorched, or getting crushed. They endure cuts, scrapes, and needle pricks. They're highly susceptible to fungus infections. They can fall victim to skin inflammations like psoriasis, which can actually cause these fish-like scales to emerge on the skin. They battle severe, various types of allergies. Deep inside, the tendons can suffer from extreme strain, which results in the muscles shrinking. And of course, the joints in our hands can be severely attacked and crippled by joint diseases. It is an absolute battlefield. But here's a totally wild and surprising fact for you. Despite all of this constant trauma, the hands are a part of the body that, so far, has remained remarkably safe from cancer. Section 3, Finger Lines, Safety Shields. With all of those terrifying hazards out there, how on earth do our hands survive? I want you to look closely at the deep creases on your fingers right now. You might just think they're simple skin folds to help your joints bend, right? Well, as we'll see, they're actually highly engineered biological firewalls. Let's look at how this builds into an incredible defense mechanism. First off, notice how these deep creases divide each finger into exactly 3 distinct segments or zones. Now, these aren't just surface-level wrinkles. These lines literally plunge far below the upper surface of the skin, reaching all the way down to the membranes that sit right on top of your tendons. And nestled safely within those membranes is a massive, intricate network of nerves and blood vessels. By connecting the surface skin directly down to the deep tendon membranes, these creases create isolated physical compartments. They structurally wall off each segment of the finger from the others. So, the absolutely crucial point here is how this anatomical design acts as a life-saving quarantine zone. Imagine you get a needle prick, a deep thorn, or a cut that introduces bacteria into just one of your finger segments. Because of those deep compartmentalizing lines we just talked about, the infection is safely trapped. It remains isolated to that single finger segment for a specific period of time, giving your body a fighting chance to clear it. Now, compare that to the rest of the body. If you get a similar infected wound on a different part of your body, a part that lacks these deep structural walls, the germs can multiply and the infection can spread rapidly across huge areas, causing massive damage. But our fingers? They have their own built-in quarantine system. Section 4, 3 Safety Zones of Palms. And you know, this incredible biological defense system doesn't just stop at the fingers. The exact same architectural genius extends right across the middle of your palm, taking those same deep-diving creases and using them to protect the main body of the hand. If you map out the deep lines on your palm, you'll see they actually divide the hand into 3 highly specific biological safety zones, just like a structural firewall. The first zone completely isolates and protects the area around the thumb. The second major safety zone encompasses the index finger and its base. And finally, the third large dividing line creates a protective zone around the remaining 3 fingers. These anatomical divisions ensure that if an infection breaches the palm, it gets compartmentalized, which drastically limits its ability to destroy the entire hand. Section 5. Not fate, nature's wisdom. This brings us to a massive paradigm shift. For centuries, humans have stared at these very specific lines on the palm and tried to find mystical meaning in them. In the ancient practice of palmistry, fortune tellers refer to these deep palm creases as the lines of life, the brain, and the heart. People have spent countless hours analyzing them to predict their future. But when we connect the science we've just learned to these cultural beliefs, a totally different and honestly, arguably more beautiful picture emerges. As we've just learned from an anatomical standpoint, these are not mystical maps of our destiny. They are quite literally biological firewalls engineered to stop infections from destroying your hand. The very lines people use to try and predict their fate are actually defense zones actively working to keep them safe in the present moment. Which brings us to our final takeaway for today's explainer. Instead of searching for our fate in these lines, we should marvel at the immense wisdom of nature's design protecting us every day. The next time you look down at your hands, whether it's the pink color of the palm, the 3 segments of your fingers, or the deep creases running across them, I hope you don't just see a basic tool or a fortune teller's canvas. I hope you see an absolute masterclass in biological engineering. The hands are an incredible testament to the hidden wisdom of the human body, which leaves us with one final thought. If our hands hold such intricate, life-saving secrets disguised as simple wrinkles, what other miraculous engineering is hiding in plain sight right now in the rest of your body? Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer, and I'll see you next time.